back your homes, or restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Hey everyone, today we are going to be going over a few questions from the Game of Thrones community. The following will contain spoilers up through the end of Season 6, so if you haven't watched all of the seasons, this will be your warning. Alright, the first question is, why didn't Ned Stark ask for trial by combat? Ned Stark was under the impression that he would plead guilty to treason, and Joffrey would then send him to the wall. I'm not sure Ned would have left it at that if it actually ended up that way, but because Joffrey sentenced him to execution right away, Ned was in shock. All of that going on, plus wondering what would happen to his daughters, I'm sure Ned's mind was clouded with different thoughts. If I had to guess, I would say Ned just didn't really think about it. Plus, if he did, he probably already knew that he would get no fair trial from the Lannisters. Next question is, do you think the mountain clans of the North are going to be in Season 7 or 8, or just forgotten? The mountain clans of the North are said to separate into 40 different clans. Just to add clarification, these are not the same clans that hang around in the Vale. They do, however, share some of the same characteristics, including their use of very tribal armor and weapons. But I should mention that they are very aggressive fighters. The mountain clans have supported the Starks for ages, even sending support for Robb Stark's army during the War of the Five Kings. Now, will they make an appearance? I'm not so sure. There is still a lot of the story to be told, but the show plans to stop at the end of Season 8. Depending on the size of the battles between the living and the dead, Game of Thrones may include a brief plotline showing the mountain clans helping out. I wouldn't count on them being in the show though. Just heard an interesting theory that our favorite sellsword Bronn could actually be the sole surviving member of House Reyne, which as you know is the house that was wiped out by Tywin Lannister, and who the song The Rains of Castamere is dedicated to. Any chance you could do a video that explores the origins and what Bronn's role could be in the climax of Game of Thrones? That's an interesting theory. Everyone knows one of the best qualities about Bronn is the fact that we don't know too much about him. We learn the most about Bronn when he is drinking with Tyrion. We've found out that he was an abused child who grew up to enjoy money, women, and alcohol. And we've also learned that Bronn has been north of the wall for work. Now, could he really be a Reyne? Well, it is interesting that he sometimes sings that song, The Rains of Castamere, and it would explain why he puts up with the Lannisters so often, unless he really is just all about gaining wealth, which I'm sure he probably is. The thing that doesn't really line up is his age. The events that went down between the Reynes and the Lannisters happened before Bronn was supposedly born. I mean, he could have been a brother of the Night's Watch, either serving at Eastwatch or the Shadow Tower, but I'm not so sure. Bronn is definitely a mystery, and it's obviously on purpose. His character is better received when you're not too sure of his overall plans. I hope that answers your question. I think that's going to do it for this video. If you have some good questions for the next Q&A, just write them down in the comments. As always, have a great day, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.